There's a new productivity panel inside Photoshop CS5 called Mini Bridge. Now, I don't know if you've explored this on your own or not, but it's definitely cool. Now, before I start talking about Mini Bridge, let me ask you this. Do you know about Adobe Bridge, the file organizer application? It comes bundled with the Creative Suite, and I believe it comes bundled with the standalone Photoshop application as well. And quite literally, it allows you to sort and organize your images, but it'll let you do a whole heck of a lot more than that. It'll allow you to apply metadata to your photos. It'll allow you to apply ratings to your photos, all kinds of different things. I'm really not doing it justice here, but in any regard, what I'm going to do here from the application bar right across the top of the interface here is I could click on this guy here, Launch Bridge, or right next door we have Launch Mini Bridge. So going into Launch Bridge opens up the full Adobe Bridge application, which is great. You're more than welcome to explore that on your own. But what I want to show you is this Mini Bridge panel. So go ahead and click on Launch Mini Bridge. And then over towards the right-hand side of our screen, we now have the Mini Bridge panel opening up for us. So here's what I'd like you to do. I'm going to go ahead and click on Browse Files, this icon here, and that brings me into this view here. Now, I'm not sure what you're going to see on your side. I want to try and make sure that we're going to see the same thing here. What I want to do is I want to see my project files for our course here. So what I'm going to do is I put mine on my desktop. I have no idea where you put yours. So I'm going to navigate to my desktop. You can see in the top here we have this little sort of this navigator area. You know, as a matter of fact, hang on one sec. I'm just going to tear away this palette just by dragging on the Mini Bridge tab there. And I'm just going to stretch things out just so I have a little bit more elbow room in here. So what we have here is in the left-hand column, we have things like favorites and recent folders and collections, recent files, and so on. A particular navigation technique that we have available in the full bridge as well. And then over in the right-hand column, we have our computer structure. So there's my computer, there's my user account, the desktop, the documents and pictures. So I said that I put my project files on the desktop. So if I click on the desktop, then I see the two folders on my desktop. I'm going to double click on my project files folder, and that brings me into, of course, my project files. Now, as you can see, they're all in there. You might want to scroll around a little bit. There's lots of good stuff in there, lots of images to get to. And essentially all Mini Bridge is a file browser. That's really kind of it. Now, there's lots of different things that we can do in terms of organizing our view and sorting our view if we want. For example, I can use the slider down in the bottom left corner to either increase or decrease the size of my images. That's certainly possible. That's entirely up to you if you want to do that. And then over towards the right, we have two drop-down menus. We have our preview drop-down menu here, so I could say, give me a slideshow, or give me the review mode if I want. Or next door to him, in the extreme bottom right corner, we can view as thumbnails, we can view as a film strip, details. Let's go details here. So now I get some information about the particular files, when it was created, the file size, the document type, and so on. It's really entirely up to you. And I'm sure on your own you'd be fine figuring out most of this stuff. I'm just kind of giving you the quick run through here. And then towards the middle right, we have another series of icons here, more ways to go about organizing and sorting your view here. I can show hidden files, I can select all my files, this sort of thing. I can filter my view if I want based on perhaps star rating or, things like this. All kinds of different options, right? And of course, if there's a file inside Mini Bridge that I want to open up, all I need to do is just double click on them and that'll open them up inside Photoshop. So if I get my Mini Bridge out of the way there, and I'll just collapse them down there just by clicking on that white double-headed arrow. There's my barn2.jpg, the file that I happen to double-click on. But anyway, there you go. There's sort of a quick run-through, a quick down-and-dirty look at Mini Bridge. It's entirely up to you if you want to use this guy or not. I find myself, I'm finding I use him more and more. The more I use Photoshop CS5, the more I'm turning to Mini Bridge. Call me lazy, but choosing file open is, I don't know, a little too cumbersome for me these days. But anyway, there you go, Mini Bridge.